Here we go. Hello and good morning, and welcome to our first ever podcast episode with Megan and Karen on the Vibe Online. So,
hey,
we are here to talk about everything from real life hurdles, hardships, hard days, good days, the real raw truth about life, and transitioning from the corporate life into entrepreneurship and running our own online businesses.
Yes, we are. You're going to learn everything that you need to know, the ins and outs, the good, the bad, the ugly, that we are going to be sharing with everyone. So I can't wait for you guys to dive in on these sessions with us. They're going to be great.
It's going to be incredible. It's going to be very, very good. So today is an intro podcast to introduce those who are new to us and don't follow us on our socials, which we will share in the podcast. And we're just going to tell you a bit about our background, where we came from, and how we got exactly where we are today. Meg, do you want to share your journey?
Yeah, totally. So, hi everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Super excited that we are starting this. Karen and I have spoken about this for over the last year or so now, since we both started our journey, but at very, very similar times. So I'm Megan, I am 29, I'm from Surrey in the UK, and I started this kind of entrepreneurship, self-development kind of growth journey in 2022. Whereas before that, in 2021, I was still working my full-time employed London-based office job in the corporate world. I was managing a co-working space, and I was doing that for about 6.5 years. And it got to a point where I really needed some time for myself, right? So I was kind of looking at my life, and I realized that I felt like I was living to work all the time, which I'm sure, guys, whoever's listening may be feeling the same right now, or you might have kind of gone on a similar journey so far. But it was really a time that I needed to realign where my focus was. And I approached my existing position to see if I could get some more time, some flexibility to do more of the things that I love, right? Because life is meant to be lived. You're supposed to really enjoy yourself. And all it felt like I was just,
Absolutely.
I just felt like I was, just working constantly, So my job at the time couldn't offer me that because of the position that I was in. I had to be in the office all the time, but I knew that I needed to find something else, right? But this time it had to be not job hopping, not finding something else that was just gonna, settle that kind of feeling for a short while and then get that 2-year itch that I know we all kind of get when we move into a new job. It's all exciting to begin with, and then those kind of feelings start coming back, they start resurfacing, right? So that was it for me. I knew that I needed something that was going to give me more freedom, allow me to be my own boss, manage my own schedule, allow me to be out in nature, maybe even travel some more. And so I actually went self-employed as a virtual assistant, which is the business that I do now. So I currently do that alongside our online business as well, which we will dive deep into and let you guys know more about as the episodes go on here. And that seemed like the best option for me at the time. But if anybody else is an independent business owner, you will know it's pretty isolating, it's pretty tricky. You kind of got to do everything yourself, right? Everything from the ground upwards, start it from scratch. So I wasn't really still getting the freedom that I really wanted. I wasn't getting the time freedom. I wasn't able to, yes, okay, I was virtual. So I had that location freedom, but I couldn't really have the time to enjoy it because I was building this business. I was still restricted and limited by my clients and their time and their schedules. So I needed to find something new. And that's when we found the incredible world that is network marketing online.
Yes.
And Karen and I met. So from that journey on, it's been an incredible ride, in all senses of the word, learning new skills, understanding more about myself, that kind of development that I never knew that I really needed to become the person that we are now continuing to grow as. And now we're here starting a podcast after a year of our journey together. And I'm so super excited to see kind of how the next episodes kind of go with this. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and kind of how I got here. And Karen, let's hear it from you.
Yeah, exciting times, isn't it? Although we are nervous. First podcast show, first
Very
time
nervous.
pushing
Yeah.
it out here to all you guys and all our new listeners and new friends and people that we'll meet along our journey. So a little bit about me. So I had been pretty much in the corporate world my whole life. I am ex-military, and then gave up my military career when I had my children, and then kind of just picked up any old job along the way to make ends meet, get money in to put food on the table, as you do as a parent, and kind of went from job to job as I followed my ex-husband around as he was in the military. And you know, I really enjoyed, like, you know, working with people, seeing people, hospitality, and Meg obviously came from hospitality as well. And, you know, that side of it, I really, really enjoyed. But what it didn't give me was the freedom, and you're stuck with timings, and then childcare was an issue and so on and so forth. But anyway, as my children grew up and I ended up divorced, I then was on my own financially, and I was scared. Without a word of a lie, I was like, shit, how am I going to look after myself? How am I going to provide for my kids? I need to get more income here. So I kind of started looking to see what other options were available. And I wasn't really looking for anything in particular, but as we all do, you know, we fall in a scroll hole on socials. And next thing I knew, I was scrolling through an ad and filled it in. And I was like, okay, this sounds like a pretty decent opportunity. Let's give it a go and see what we can do. So then anyway, that was fine. And then this real life person actually messaged me back, and I absolutely shit myself. So yeah, I was scared. I was very skeptical about this new transition, new place I was kind of like stepping into. So I put it on the back burner, but obviously still needed money. I then got into through my current partner's friend into a low ticket network marketing company that was bringing me in a few extra quid a month, just kind of enough to tick me over. But it didn't really sit well with me. It didn't resonate well with me. It wasn't the kind of business that I wanted. I didn't see it was going to give me the future that I wanted. It wasn't going to certainly give me the freedom that I was after. And with that, obviously, in the midst of my divorce, it was in the midst of COVID. I was lucky that I still obviously had my job and I wasn't furloughed or lost my job like a lot of people. But it just made me think, like, I had the freedom to be able to go and work on my laptop when I didn't have to go into the office, because working in the medical world at the time, in the civil servant kind of job, I always had to be there. I always had to be in the office, and because of my position, I was a manager within the facility, then, you know, I had to take charge and lead with the rest of the team in there. But when the time came where I could start doing a little bit more remote work, and I had the beauty of, you know, being able to go away in the van and taking my laptop and working wherever I chose, I was like, this is exactly the life I want. I want to be able to have that freedom. I need to find something. So after 6 months of kind of living that life, I then reached back out to my now friend and coach, Lisa, who I ghosted for 6 months because I was so scared, and got on a call. And really that's when my journey began. And I saw, after watching her growth for 6 months and everybody else sort of within the community that I was kind of following throughout the social media that they were all on, I knew it was something that could give me the life that I wanted, and it would provide for me, for my family, to give them financial security, to give me the freedom that I wanted. No risk of losing your job if COVID or something like that was ever to come back again. You know, it was the whole package that I could see from that point. So yeah, I leapt in, took the leap of faith, and went for it, really. And that's how I've ended up where I am today. And yeah, it's literally changed, as Megan said, you know, we do a lot of personal development. It's changed me as a person on all different levels. It's made me more confident. I've got better relationships with my family. I'm in a much happier place. You know, my divorce is done. That's put to bed. I've moved on. I'm in a different chapter of my life, and it's incredible. I've met some amazing people so far on this journey, which we will share in the different episodes as we go on. So yeah, so I am a mum of two. I have two grown-up children. Currently, my daughter is 20 and my son is 17. So they are at an age where they are pretty much independent themselves, although as a parent you do always want to provide that security for them as they grow up. So with this business I certainly have that, and I am very happy to be here and share this journey with everybody.
Yeah, that's amazing. So that's a little bit, yeah, about us really. I think there's so much more that we like can dive into about our backgrounds and like how we got here and kind of how the experience has been for us, and how you and I have kind of blossomed into what we've done, and how we've grown from where we've come from into where we are now, and also now we have like a vision for where we want to be, and
Yeah,
also helping other people to find their own kind of way in life, in business, in the online world. And really that's really the meaning behind this podcast, is to show that kind of real raw insight into our lives, into how it works, and into other people within the community, within other people that work online, and to hopefully give some, I suppose, some validation, some justification into how actually important it is for people to follow their path in life, to actually follow what they really want to truly do. And this is something that we've been introduced to through this opportunity, because I never ever once before ever thought that I would be in a position that I currently am now. Like, since going on this journey, I mean, I now live in Thailand, and I never thought for once in my freaking life that I would even have the opportunity to travel, let alone live in another country.
yeah,
And a lot of that comes down to being open-minded, allowing yourself to understand what opportunities are out there,
yeah.
believing in yourself. I think belief is such a huge part,
That's a
right?
massive one, isn't it?
Yeah, huge. So I hope that we can really help people along this journey, and like would love to hear from anyone if you have, any questions for us as we go through this as well,
Yes.
to, anything. We will dive deep.
We
Like
will.
we
We will share it all. Absolutely everything. So don't be scared to ask, ask away, ask any questions that you want. We certainly had plenty in the beginning, didn't we?
Oh god, yeah.
And yeah, I think it's really important to just be truthful and honest, and we're here but nothing just to share value, like Meg said, and help people understand what options are out there, what you can do, and how these opportunities just like this can change your life. Like, yeah, like you said, Meg, you never thought you'd be living in Thailand this time last year. When we first met, I was living in Scotland, you were living in Surrey.
Yeah.
We met for the first time, which was incredible, and it felt like we'd met each other so many times before.
Yeah.
Which was it
Yeah,
was
totally.
crazy, the bond that you get with somebody just from working online and not really seeing them very often. We've only met a handful of times, haven't we? But it feels like we've known each other for years. So to be able to have that friendship and bond through an online business, through an opportunity of scrolling in a social media platform and filling in an ad, and now we're here, it's open to everybody who wants it.
Yeah.
So that's us. I feel like that was really short for the first one, and probably maybe a good intro length. Who knows, guys? Let us know. Feedback is always great. But yeah, we are here to share everything. So we will be once a week sharing our journeys, the truth, the highs, the lows, the real raw, everything. So yeah, that's it. But
Yeah, that's us for now, I
episode one.
suppose. That is episode one done, kind of how we got here. Yeah, so any comments, feedback, or anything that you guys can give us, like, it's all welcome. Like, we're all here on this space together, and we can grow together and go through this journey. So do share back with us. We'd love for you guys to join us.
Absolutely, yeah, and we'll drop our socials on here, and you can feel free to follow us and connect with us on there. And yeah, we're always looking to connect with new people and make new friends.
Totally.
Yeah. So happy Sunday, guys. I hope this has been a great first podcast. I've certainly loved doing it, actually, considering how nervous we were just before we came on. So yeah, have a great day, and we will see you all, we'll speak to you all next Sunday.
Next Sunday. We'll see you soon, guys. Take
Bye,
care.
guys.
Bye.